What's up, everybody? Welcome back to our On the Road to ATD23 video series. In our first couple of videos, we gave you an overview of the conference, shared some top tips and must-sees, and explored how to maximize your time at ATD23. Now, some amazing fellow ATDers and conference presenters are joining me to dive a little deeper into the conference and share a preview of what you can expect to do, see, and walk away with at this year's conference. In this video, I'm sitting down with Chief Learning Officer at UC Berkeley and PAC Chair Angela Stopper to talk learning paths, learn how they can help you save time at the conference, as well as community meetups. So let's dive in. Hi, Angela. Thank you so much for joining me on this episode of On the Road to ATD23. How are you today?
Hi, Jess. It is such a pleasure to be here with you. I'm doing great. I am so excited to be here and talk with you about the amazing conference that's coming up in May.
Yes, I'm so excited to be speaking with you too, Angela. And we're going to be speaking a little bit about the learning paths and community meetups today. But before we dive into that, can you share a little bit about you and how you're involved with ATD23?
Absolutely. I would love to. Hi, everybody. My name is Angela Stopper. In my day job, I'm the Chief Learning Officer at the University of California, Berkeley. So in that role, my team and I take care of all the people development and the organization development for our staff and faculty on campus. It's a really fun job. And I've been involved with ATD for years and years and years now. I remember finding ATD as a graduate student a number of years ago and just really engaging with the community and finding it so helpful in bringing us together as a community of learning and development professionals for our own growth. We spend so much time growing our clients and growing the people, in our networks. We sometimes forget about us. And so I love that ATD gives us that opportunity. And I've been so honored this year to act as the chair for the planning committee. So that's the group that gets together to go over the many, many, many hundreds and thousands of proposals that come in, not hundreds of thousands, hundreds or thousands of proposals that come in for people that want to present at the International Conference and Expo. And so I've worked with a brilliant group of thought leaders in the field to really help bring together parts of the program for the conference. And it's going to be, I can assure you, an amazing experience. We've had some really great thought around who we want to bring, to you to help you learn and grow. And so with that team and then the wonderful team at ATD, we've built I think what's going to be just an incredible 2023 conference.
Yeah, I know that a lot of us are really excited and the talent development community is super excited about this conference coming up. So I'm curious to know, what are you excited about at this year's conference?
Well, I'm super excited that we are going to be in my home state, sunny California. Super excited to welcome you all to the beautiful state of California. I think San Diego is just one of the most special places on the planet. So I think people are going to love being together in San Diego. That's really exciting. But I'm so excited about some of the innovations that are coming at the conference this year. I'm excited about our learning paths and our community meetups. I'm really excited about our keynote speakers and some of the fun activities that we're going to infuse the conference with. Networking night is going to be amazing. I think I just love getting together with our community to thought partner and to network. And I can't wait for May. It's going to be great.
One of the things that you mentioned was the learning paths and the community meetups. So can you share a little bit about what the learning paths are as well as community meetups?
So, as I mentioned, I've been coming to the International Conference for a number of years, and there's so much. There is so many amazing opportunities to learn and grow. And I think last year, or maybe the year before, we started thinking about that as a planning committee and thinking that it can be a little overwhelming. And so one of the ways that we wanted to help folks that were coming to the conference was to say, out of all of these hundreds of curated kind of concurrent sessions that happen, here's some ways that you can think about building your own agenda that's going to work for you. And so we came up with 9 learning paths, that we curated content from those concurrent sessions into each of those learning paths. So that if somebody is, feeling like they need a little help in planning out what their day is going to look like, obviously going to the keynotes and then deciding between 2 or 3 or 4 maybe concurrent sessions that they would want to attend, this is just one more tool for them to have in their tool belt to help figure out what makes the most sense and where they'll get the most value by spending their time in that concurrent session. So we have, as I said, 9 different pathways we have a consultant pathway and a diversity, equity, and inclusion and belonging pathway. We have global perspectives. We have instructional design trends, people that are new to L&D. There's a pathway for you. And in addition to creating those pathways, which focus on those concurrent sessions, we also are now doing community meetups around those same themes. So another thing we heard last year was the pathways are great. They really help me build my agenda and think about how I want to spend my time in the sessions. But wow, it would be really powerful if I could also spend some networking time with people who are in a similar space as I am. So help me find my people. You help me find my content. Now help me find my people so I can have that true networking experience around a community of practice or an identity-based group. And so we've created those community meetups in those same themes so that you can come together with people who are in the same space as you are, again, functionally or personally or professionally, to really enhance not only the session learning, but that social learning, what I like to call the we learning, the building your community learning, that's such a critical part of this conference.
Yeah, that sounds like such a great way to stay organized and network and be around, as you said, your people. What a great tool for folks to take advantage of. So there's so much to see and so much to do at this conference. I'm wondering if you have a piece of advice that you'd like to share with participants that may be returning to the conference, maybe coming to the conference for the first time. Is there one piece of advice that you would share with this year's attendees?
Oh, what a great question, Jess. There's so many things that I'd like to say, but what I think my piece of advice for you is really grab this opportunity. So often in the learning and development space, we're busy, finding growth opportunities for our clients or finding growth opportunities for those that count on us as a head of learning and development or as an instructional designer or as a facilitator, as a consultant. In this space, take care of you. There's that old saying, every time you get on a plane, they say, put your mask on before you help the person or the child beside you put their mask on. Use the international conference as your opportunity to put that mask on and to really focus on you, focus on your growth, be selfish. I give each and every one of you permission to be selfish for the days that we're together in May and really build a program that's going to help you grow, because it will help your clients. It will help the people that are on your team. It will help the people you lead. It will help the leaders of your organization if you truly unplug, be selfish, and grow yourself during these days.
That's awesome, Angela. Thank you so much for that great piece of advice. And I want to thank you for joining us on this episode of On the Road to ATD23. Really appreciate you taking the time and sharing all of your knowledge and your experience on planning this amazing conference.
Thanks so much for having me, Jess. I think, as I've said, you can tell I'm so excited to be together with you and the team at ATD and the Learning and Development family. Every one of you who come, it's going to be amazing. If you see me in the hallway, stop me, say hi. If you see any of the planning committee or any of the ATD folks, stop them, say hi. We're a friendly bunch. We want to make this a wonderful experience for you. So I hope that you enjoyed watching Jess and I today, and we look forward to meeting you on May 21st in San Diego.
Absolutely. We'll see you in San Diego.
That's it for this episode, everybody. A very special thank you to Angela Stopper for sharing all her tips and knowledge with us on this episode of On the Road to ATD23. Check out the show notes below to connect with Angela and visit our website to find out more about this year's conference. And don't forget to register. Want to know when our next On the Road to ATD23 video is going live? Make sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon to be notified when our next video drops. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Jess Thompson with ATD, and we'll see you in San Diego.